Well, what I was coming on here live to talk about was the fact that... Oh, hi, Harper. Okay, go upstairs. Go ahead. Go ahead. This live video. Harper is the best. So, one thing that I posted this morning, a picture from our City Hall wedding here in San Francisco, and a lot of 30-something women commented this post was giving them hope. And I feel like there were at least a dozen comments like that. And I'll be honest, that's actually one of the reasons why I wrote that we were both 34 when we met, because I feel like it's important to know that, first of all, we're not spring chickens. But, 34 now does not seem that old to have met. But then it did kind of seem like I might not meet someone. I'm pretty sure Scott wasn't worried about himself. I like to think I'm a good catch. I think it can be a bit disguised at first. We'll see what he says one day. I'm not facing you. He's eating his dinner, the poor guy. I will say, you just never know where your future husband may be in his life right now. He could be in another relationship right now that just ends up not being the right relationship, and maybe you will meet him one day. You don't know. But listen, here's what really happened. I guess I was 34 when Practical Paleo came out, but even a little before that, I was blogging and, relatively speaking at the time, by now's standards, no, but at the time, I felt like I was like a little bit public, and so I couldn't do like online dating, which, that's how a lot of people meet people these days. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna be able to do that because that just didn't feel right for me. I was like, well, I can't do that, so I might as well just decide that I'm okay with being single. Now, I think that the biggest thing that made me decide it was okay to just be single and like enjoy my life and whatever, two things. One, I had lived alone for quite some time. I'd lived alone for at least 4 years. I really did love living alone. I love living with my husband, but I loved living alone. But my thing is, I never really wanted to have kids, and I think that makes a huge difference in how much less stress I felt about having to meet someone by a certain time. And I've never wanted to have kids, so I don't know that feeling of like just wanting to, be pregnant and have my own biological child. But I'm going to throw this out there, because if I don't say it, whatever, someone's got to say it. Ladies, if that's the thing that's like pressuring you to feel like you need to meet someone, you're gonna appear very desperate to anybody that you're meeting, and unfortunately it's just not an attractive quality. Also, whatever, I'm not discounting the desire to want to procreate. There are lots of kids in the world who need a good home. So don't forget that if you get beyond the age where you could have a child of your own, you can still be a mom. And I get it. I really do get that there's that pressure. It's a real biological pressure. This isn't like in your head. But if you walk around the world anxious about wanting to have a child, and it's just all you think about, all you stress about and obsess about, it's just, you're going to be putting that vibe out. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but you almost have to just decide that you're okay, just you. You have to decide that, because you actually have to be okay with that. I mean, something happens to my husband, God forbid, like I have to be okay with myself, and give divorced guys a chance. Scott was married before. Who'd have thunk it, right? Because we're so perfect together. They don't always get it right on the first try. And actually, I will add to that, it's very likely the guy you'll end up with is married or will have been married, because somebody who is okay with the idea of commitment, if you meet a guy and he's like 40 or in his 40s and he's not been in a long-term committed relationship or never been married, then he probably is afraid of committing. It doesn't mean he won't. I'm just saying these are things to know, because as women, we're ready for commitment like day one. Most of us. It's just how we are wired. We're just wired differently. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there for the ladies in your 30s. those few things. I mean, do I need a separate YouTube channel for relationship advice? Maybe. That'll be our next thing.
That's all I've got for you guys today. Remember, I post new videos every week. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think of this video, or to share what you want to learn more about from me. I'll see you next week.
I know it sounds crazy, but you almost have to like just decide that you're okay, just you. You have to decide that because you actually have to be okay with that. I mean, something happens to my husband, God forbid, like I have to be okay with myself, you know?